Hey guys, what's up? This is Damien. I'm doing a quick video today on why learning game can make you worse with women. So, learning game can actually make you worse with women because the better you get at the techniques, the worse it can become. The more of a facade you're developing. Because the moment you start treating every interaction like a performance, you stop actually interacting with the person in front of you. So you just eventually become very outcome focused, instead of enjoying that interaction for what it is. You keep on thinking to yourself, is it working? You know, is what I've been taught making this go smoothly? And you begin to be in your head. You stop to be present. You want to remember all the techniques you've memorized. You're not actually actively listening with this person, in real time. You start to perform, you want to perform confidence, or you try to appear as though you have confidence instead of being genuine about your expression, right? You begin to over analyze every little thing: eye contact, body language, pauses, responses, and like her attraction level to you. You're actually making it far harder because of the level of micromanagement you're internally like developing, right? Or externally developing. And then you begin to become so stringent on the right way to interact, right? You think there's a specific method or structure you must use, but it destroys any degree of spontaneity. Any, right? So you'll become dependent on techniques because you haven't developed the foundational skills of conversation, right? You haven't become, I guess, to some form of normal. You've got this whole facade that you've developed and all the techniques, and you start to rely on them too heavily. You suppress your real personality, right? Because of high value ideas, you start to not show, the things you might be embarrassed about yourself could actually be attractive to one person, because all value itself is actually subjective. What would be valuable to one person is not valuable to the other. You begin to chase validation because you're measuring yourself against other men's success, right? So, oh, I got a number, I got a lay, I pulled last night. You start to measure yourself against other guys' success. Where do I sit in terms of, my skill level? Can I feel like I've, achieved something? Uh, you develop approach anxiety around failure because each interaction becomes a test of whether your game works, right? You're scared to actually fail. You're scared to potentially just be taught a lesson. You become less socially aware. This is a huge one. The lens of game itself really can hinder, understanding normal social rules. You become so awkward in a sense in normal social settings. This is why I bring it back to, you know, be socially rounded, have normal social skills before you start learning how to actually convey your personality with, you know, dating skills, right? Not game, but actual like dating skills. Develop the foundation of normal social skills and normal behaviors first. So you can begin to also confuse competence with confidence. So knowing what to actually do in a situation doesn't mean you're comfortable with yourself. You know, being able to dictate what's actually going to happen doesn't actually make you more confident in yourself. You don't feel you know, actually relaxed in your body. You can get overly cognitive with this, you know, style of socializing. Essentially, you never graduate from the framework, so you just keep on collecting more and more techniques instead of actually developing a genuine social awareness. So I break down in my school community what to actually do, right, in social situations, and give you the framework, not structure, but framework in order to make these things happen. I don't want people to fall back onto a structure or become too technically minded. I want guys to genuinely believe in themselves and be able to go out there and experience, the wonders of socialization without all these preconceived ideas. So you're truly being able to be relaxed, be comfortable, be expressive in the way you want to. The link is in my bio, or I'll leave it in the comments section to my school community. And I'll be out with another video tomorrow. As usual, thank you guys.